It's the Sometimes Daily Show, and we've got a good news, bad news thing for you. But before we start, I'm Philip Edwards.
And I'm Michael Palmer. Now, let's discuss Halo Infinite. As I'm sure you've heard by now, Halo Infinite has been delayed for an undetermined amount of time. We only know that they've delayed into 2021.
Before we jump into the statement and thoughts about the reasons for the delay and some speculation as to the pros and cons and maybe even a conspiracy, we here at the Sometimes Serious Show just want to say, and you know it's serious because my script is all in caps, do not go and harass the developers. Don't go off and start saying god awful things to these people who are working their butts off to try and bring you an amazing experience that you'll want to revisit for years.
Hmm, even mine is all caps. Also, don't make any death threats. If you're the kind of person to make death threats, then please know from the bottom of my heart that you are a sad, petty little child, throwing toys out of the pram because the adults are saying, no, you need to wait for your toy. You're not cool. You're pathetic. It's terrible that we have to even say it, but we have to because some gamers, TM, are the worst. Now that's out of the way, the statement.
The statement comes from Chris Lee, studio head of 343, and was released on the 11th of August. It begins, today I want to share an important Halo Infinite development update with the community. We've made the difficult decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. I have a conspiracy concerning the release date, but we'll get to that later. But what that actually means is the team's about to have 6 to 9 months of hard crunch ahead.
Oh, yes, and people that think that it helps alleviate crunch are only fooling themselves. We can all look forward to a very particular article from Jason Schreier, as he's well known for doing these sorts of articles. However, the statement continues, the decision to shift our release is the result of many factors that have contributed to development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all year. And I get it, it's been a pain. COVID has knocked a few companies for six.
I can't help but feel with the this one. Bringing up COVID feels more like a smokescreen. It feels like a way to gain sympathy to just be like, look, it was COVID that screwed it. Ha! And
I
I'm not buying it.
I get that, but at the same time, surely some delays have to be expected because of it,
Yeah,
however
absolutely.
minor.
It continues. I want to acknowledge the hard work from our team at 343 Industries who have remained committed to making a great game and finding solutions to development challenges. However, it's not sustainable for the well-being of our team or the overall success of the game to ship it this holiday. Seems a little suspect to me that they even said the overall success of the game. I somewhat suspect that the multiplayer wouldn't have launched with the campaign, and they could see that that was going to end in disaster.
Well, that's what happened with GTA 5, wasn't it? They did the multiplayer later, and it's not like that was a flop. It was still a massive success. Everyone was
Red Dead
anticipating it.
Online?
But yes, that was the next one, and that wasn't as well received about it. And also, a Halo game without multiplayer at launch does feel a bit off. I know we are full younging it here, but we think it's necessary and, also get that runtime up to 10 minutes. We know this will be disappointing to many of you, and we share in that sentiment. The passion and support the community has shown over the years has been incredible and inspiring. We wanted nothing more than to play our game with the community this holiday. The extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever at the quality we know our fans expect. Thank you for your support and understanding, Chris Lee. Now, I have issues with that because personally, I feel the quality vanished after Halo 3. Halo 3, in my opinion, was the last good Halo game. It's not to say I haven't enjoyed playing the others. The mechanics have been all right, but it's not exactly gripped me. And also ambitious. Really? They show an open world That's it. And it's the same cookie cutter type of open world that's been done to death in the industry already.
Yeah, I can't help but feel with the extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary. It kind of shows that they knew it was not going to be ready. Like, I'd be willing to bet they knew it wasn't going to be ready even before they showed it at the Xbox conference some time ago. I guarantee they knew this was not going to be ready to come out because critical work. Hmm. I would like to really quickly say I've seen it going around online that people are attributing this to the graphics and how ugly it looked. I don't think that was it. I have a conspiracy
No,
theory that I will get into. I don't think it's all the graphics. They knew what it looked like before they showed it to us. They knew it was
yeah,
ugly.
I'm in agreement with you. They really didn't care much for the graphics.
Now it's time for the fun time. My conspiracy theory. I think this might be far more calculated than anyone thinks. Xbox have said that for the first year, they'll have parity on Xbox One and Series X. So if something launches for the Series X, it'll launch for the Xbox One. I don't think it'll be a year. I think 6 months tops before they stealth kill it. I don't think they can afford people to not pick up their shiny new console for an entire year. The marketing angle would be awful. So I think Halo being pushed back is a marketing trick. November's always been a very difficult month to launch in. It's always full of games. This year we have some Ubi crap, the juggernaut Cyberpunk, and a new generation of console. With Sony's exclusives, Xbox would be kind of crazy to go toe to toe. But what if they could move their big console seller back a few months to, say, March or April? They could launch in a relatively empty window, plus all the extra months of hype. They also might have killed off the parity thing by then, forcing people to get the Series X. That's my little conspiracy. What do you think?
I have to say that I do agree. It's Sony does seem to have the better deal here in terms of exclusives, even if their third-party show was very much a, hey, we're not going to say they're exclusives because most of them aren't. But yeah, I think this is a smart move. I think Microsoft are going to make more money from their Xbox by delaying their, I was going to say only major console exclusive, but the only one that's really been advertised.
Well,
We don't know
the
what
only one
they've
that's going to
got.
come out in the next 3 years, because Fable's not coming
Well,
out in the next 3 years.
no, but that's what I mean. There could be something going on in the background. They might not have announced it. We might not know of it yet. It's unlikely, but there could be. So it could
Scalebound
be,
Reborn.
oh, oh, please. But it's it's a good plan if they are actually thinking that to that level of intricacies. It's going to be a good plan for them. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the delay and Philip's crackpot theory? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for today. But before we go, I want to leave you with something the legendary Shigeru Miyamoto once said. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad.